And right about now, we're getting into a fire conversation with a lady who is doing some amazing work out here for our children. Yeah, we're talking matters literacy. Yeah, knowledge-based conversations. Yeah, watoto lakini. Karibu sana, Evelyn.
Asante sana.
I think you need to move next to that microphone. Ama, you pull it.
Right.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Very nice. How was your day?
I'll be taking your work after this.
Very soon.
Yeah.
Very soon. Ama sasa ukwe co-host.
Contract ikuje.
Lakini uko fiti?
Niko poa sana.
How was your day? Ama the weekend?
The weekend was excellent.
Yeah, like you were telling me.
Oh, the weekend was excellent. I have not had such a weekend before this year.
Yeah.
And yeah, the day has been, it's Monday.
Yeah.
Monday blues.
Monday blues.
Yeah, Monday blues.
So for folks who do not know you, yeah, tell us what you do and why you like doing what you do. What inspires you to do all those amazing things?
Excellent. Excellent. Karibu watazamaji kama they are there. But yes, my name is Evelyn Mwandia. I am the executive director at Starter Library Trust. And why I do what I do is because I've a lived experience.
Yeah.
I grew up in Kitui. And
also different huko.
Yeah, mambo moto huko. It's very hot. As they always say, it's very hot, and but that is not the reason. It's because I finished high school and even primary school without being able to read and write.
High school. Writing, I can understand.
English was a big problem for me, and transitioning to university, because I did, it's at the University of Nairobi, I have to pay credit to them. Yeah. That everything happened for me because I was hiding in the university library so that I don't have conversations with people. Because
you couldn't speak well.
I couldn't speak well. But you see, when you come to the University of Nairobi, you meet everybody. People who know their thing. They come from the academies, from the high-end schools. I went to a primary school in my local village, and so I was hiding in the university library, and it's the librarian who discovered me and said, "Young lady, why are you always coming here and you sleep in the library? Do you know why the library is there?"
Right.
And I told her my story. And she said, "From today henceforth, I am your friend." So that's where it all began. And the librarian recognizing me and giving me a voice, because she started buying me small books to read in the library so that I don't come and sleep in the library.
Yeah.
And so over time, I started having conversations. I got friends. I got a gang of girls that we could go out and have fun. Yeah, but the library discovered who I am. Yeah. So this work that I do, doing libraries for children in rural areas, is I'm paying it forward.
Yeah. But then, I totally understand when you say you couldn't really write.
Yeah.
So obviously you mean English.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Swahili is for another.
It's another thing.
Kenyans and Swahili. I can understand. Stop at your pressure na story Kiswahili. But speaking and writing, especially English, inakuanga ngumu sana for majority of Kenyans, myself included.
Where did you go to school?
I studied in primary.
Primary.
I was in Aga Khan.
Oh, okay.
And then
we're not talking about you. It's not you.
But I mean, writing like legit. You know what I mean?
I tell you.
Without mistakes. Trust me, a lot of people don't do that.
Oh, I tell you. And because I went to it for curriculum.
Yeah.
The teacher always looks for the bright student, and there's an association, or there's a word for those who can speak well, can write well. There's always that.
Yeah.
So what it means, every other child who can't express themselves, who can't speak English, nobody recognizes them. Yeah. And they have a lot of potential.
And then they always assume that you're dumb.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was avoiding to say that, but yes.
Yeah. And yet you're probably so good in mathematics,
I tell you,
the sciences, or even the arts.
Yes.
But just somehow, because you don't know enough English words.
Exactly.
They already decide that
he
has to go to a special school. God forbid.
Yeah, exactly.
But let's take this conversation now to the next level, because first of all, I'm a fan of what you guys are doing. We'll talk about that in just a bit. However, Starter Library Trust. Yeah. So now you've already told us what inspires you.
Yeah.
What inspired you to get into this space? But talk to us about Starter Library Trust. What is it about?
Yeah. So the name says it. We do libraries for children. I'm very keen personally on foundational literacy. If children in primary schools in Kenya and just globally, if children can read and write with comprehension, then they can pass math, they can pass science, because there's a lot of push in terms of STEM careers and all that. But just remember, the basics of it is, are you able to read and write? Literacy. And it can only be better if children, they grow up knowing how to read and write.
Yeah.
So I am doing libraries for children. One, for two reasons. One, that they can read they can read without push for exams, for pleasure.
Right.
So that you read, you expand your mind. But also that you get into the library, the space, and for a moment, a child who comes from Kitui, they can forget about the hotness of the environment. And they just move, get taken away from the daily struggles.
Yeah.
So a safe space for them first, and then the second thing is for them to learn this foreign language for pleasure, without push for exams.
Exactly. Without the stress of sounding perfect.
Yes, yes.
Ah, man, you guys. I love it. I love it. Now, let's talk about Storybook Quest.
Yeah.
I think it's a very beautiful concept.
Yeah.
But maybe you can just tell us what it entails.
Yeah.
And of course, now you're talking about the passion to actually encourage kids to read and teach them how to read. But now you're taking it to the next level.
Yeah.
You're saying you're teaching them how to become authors.
Yes.
Break it down for us.
Great. So we have been doing this work for a couple of years, and we have realized our children are getting to read. The last assessment that we did, we realized children that we found could not read, even just sounds.
Yeah.
Now they can write a sentence and a paragraph. And so we challenge them to see how can they write. And writing is, you may think, I am an author, and it's a hard thing.
I know.
Putting your ideas together,
Yeah.
it's hard. But we pushed some of, we challenged them for them to write their own stories. And so we supported them through AI.
Oh, you're using AI
Yes,
technology?
yes.
And how does that work?
Oh, yeah.
So is that like a tutor?
Yeah, it's the same. So using AI for reviewing their manuscripts. So they write their original stories.
Yeah.
And for the content to be publishable, because there's a framework for publishing, though. So we use AI for reviewing the manuscripts and illustrations.
And is it easy for them to work with AI?
They are learning because the world is digital.
You know, there's another day I checked a story. There's a school in Chicago that I think it's going to be launched in September, where they don't have teachers.
Yeah.
It's just purely
AI
systems, and then now you have a guide on how somebody who teaches the kids how to use these AI tools. But really, there are no teachers. The teachers are the AI tools. Do you foresee a situation like that happening in Kenya? And is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because personally, I think the teacher adds a different element to this thing. And I let her, she can slow down. She has emotion. Yeah. So how is it learning with AI?
I think, yes, I love teachers as well. They are role models, and what you said, the experiences, when you hear the teachers raising their voice and coming down, there's that voice variation and you feel human. But I don't think we can avoid AI. I think at this point, I am a lover of physical books because we do physical books. There's something about opening a book and putting your bookmark and moving it and having your color and new color in yellow and orange all the time. But I think we are at a point that we can't avoid.
Wow. Yeah. So it's we have to just adopt.
Yeah. We have to be part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we are teaching our children how to include digital literacy and how to use AI, because some of them want to become illustrators, others want to become real writers, others. So it's finding the balance between the groups and between our children and encouraging them to embrace what comes their way.
So apparently some of these learners have, we're talking about 21 of them have books on
Amazon. Yes.
So we have 21 authors.
21, actually it's not 21 authors. Every book has between 3 and 5 learners.
Oh, well, okay.
And I'm talking about ages 8 to 12.
Very impressive.
So and they're not the children from Aga Khan. I am talking about children from Marsabit, children across.
From far-flung areas.
Yes, rural areas.
Yeah.
So them really, we want to archive those kind of stories, historical stories, so that they don't get away. And what happens in our, cultural stories, we don't allow it to fade away. So it's those kind of children. And so the 21 titles on Amazon that are selling like hotcake is 3 to 5 learners from those age groups.
Yeah. How does it impact the self-belief and the confidence?
Amazing. I tell you.
Especially because I know those kids, English is not their first language.
Oh.
And then writing, writing is it's not easy.
It's not easy.
So what sort of impact does it have in their lives?
It's very inspiring. Like, these children, just looking at themselves, where they come from, and saying, I wrote this book. That's an inspiration. And even for their families, they look like they are seeing potential in their children.
Yeah.
You see, when we're growing up, huko ushago, nobody believed in you.
Of course not.
Yeah, they see everybody saw you, and we were all equal. And that's what happens even now. So them having books that are on Amazon and not anywhere else, it's a real inspiration to them, to the generations to come, to their families, and just because they are also earning money out of that, because they are being paid royalties.
Oh, interesting.
That supports their education and their families.
Very,
so
very nice.
It's a livelihood for them.
Very nice.
And also looking at authorship as a career.
Yeah. So what's the feedback from their parents?
Amazing. We are in that circle of getting to listen to the parents. But the first reaction was, oh, amazing. I never knew that my child knew how to write, you know. And because, again, while we are in CBC and there's a lot of parental engagement, it is not yet there. So now they are realizing, oops, oh, kumbe mtoto wangu has moved from all this to this way. Oh, kumbe my child can also bring a live income to our family. So they are reacting to it from a point of they are excited, they are amazed that such things can happen in a school setup.
So I'll just bounce off that statement. So I find it so interesting because previously, first of all, this whole thing of tying AI tutors to kids and then teaching them how to write, such a contradiction. Because I know most people usually, nowadays, people don't know how to write, man. We just copy-paste things off of ChatGPT. So ChatGPT I feel like it's making guys dumb out here.
Yeah.
And at the same time, you know, I'm just reminded of myself when I was like 8 to 12 years old.
Yeah.
I wish I learned that skill, that writing thing.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's one of the most important skills you can ever have as a human, especially, you know, growing up in this very competitive space. And I'm curious right now, what are some of the stories that they write about?
Oh, so they have written stories around, I was telling you about this. A child in Marsabit talking about imagining how Matatu looks like. Nganya. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Ajawai Panda, but they're imagining how it looks like. So those kind of stories, them traveling to national parks, you know, how their mother cooks, what kind of food they eat. So it's childhood experiences.
Yeah.
It's going to the farm. It's kwenda kulisha ng'ombe. You know, those simple things that the stories they're talking about. And so they are real stories, stories that have been told by their grandmas about, you know, those things were being told
about uchawi.
You know, I'm avoiding to say this.
I know, there's no, that is African traditional society. We have to embrace our roots and our ways. Me and my dad used to tell me those things a lot.
I don't want to be judged, but
yes. You get those things
those
happen.
Ones, and the hair and the Aina stories. So actually, I'm telling you, those children are putting down on pen and paper cultural stories that if we don't capture them now, they will end with our grandmother's generation. Because, I am the next grandmother, and I don't think...
but Evelyn, honestly, what about now the kids?
Telling these stories.
Maybe what about the kids who, unaweza tell, they're so creative, but they just don't have enough English words in their brains, in their little brains, in their growing brains, you know, to write. This kid, he wants to tell you like such an amazing thing that happened one day when they went for hunting.
Yes.
But just because it doesn't have it doesn't have enough words, English words.
Yes.
So how do you incorporate, you know, kids like those?
Good question. And one of the things that we really want to do, this is a vision that we want to have, is to have those stories in mother tongue.
Very nice, very nice.
And we can always translate them for them. We can always work around and translate the books, because you can translate one book into different languages. So the the bigger the merrier, because they will be able to earn from an array of books.
I agree.
But at the same time that they will be able to read their own stories in their own mother tongue. Because
Yeah.
anyway, you can't teach a child what they don't know. You can't teach them English.
Yeah.
Well, they can't even speak the Luo.
Yeah, it's true.
If that's their mother tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Exactly,
yeah,
and
that's
they
the
would
vision.
exactly, and they would just like to express their ideas.
Yes, yes,
So why are we
yes.
limiting them because of language?
Yes. Yeah.
Let's take a short break, guys. I am so excited because we're having a fire conversation right here. Are you excited about your kids learning how to write? Yeah, me, I know I am. At some point, my kids are definitely getting into this program.
All right.
So we're hanging out with Mwandia. She's the executive director of Start a Library Trust, and we're talking from readers to authors how literacy is giving Kenyan children a voice. We're going to be back shortly. This right here is Curtis Hairstone with I Want You All Tonight. Super excited because I'm hanging out with the one, the only, Everline Mwandia. How are you doing, Evelyn?
Excellent.
Good stuff, Mazi. And this is a very, very timely conversation for some folks out here. You're thinking, what the hell am I going to do with my kids over the weekend? In fact, over the holidays.
Yeah.
This is the perfect time for them to learn extra skills like writing.
Exactly.
Isn't it, yeah?
Exactly.
So, in your view, first of all, let's talk about literacy in Kenya. Foundational reading is something that I guess most parents don't take seriously.
Yeah.
And even writing. How important is it in shaping a child's future?
Excellent. Let me give you the statistics before I answer your question. 50% of Kenyan children cannot read and write. It's those ones. The numbers are huge. So if you imagine, I think all students in private schools, they can, and children in over 30,000 public primary schools in Kenya, they are struggling with that. And I'm sure even those in private schools, majority of them cannot read and write in Swahili. So I know they are struggling with that the same.
Right.
But how is it important? So I know I want to reiterate this. Literacy, reading actually, and let's put just aside writing. Reading is the foundation for every subject. Because if you can't read, you can't do math. If you can't read, you can't do science. You can't do agriculture. So it's that basics, that's the foundation of learning.
Yeah.
Literacy is the foundation for employment, because even here at workplace, if you don't know how to read and write, you can't be here at Spice. Reading is the foundation, or literacy is the foundation for your voice and agency. It gives you dignity. If you are a young person and you're able to speak for yourself, then that means no FGM, no early marriage, because you can express yourself.
Yeah.
So it gives you confidence to be able to curb all the other social issues that are affecting young people and everybody in general. So that's the foundation of literacy. But also looking at it builds careers, it builds entrepreneurship. So everything, even as we talk about SDGs, they are all, the foundation of them is literacy.
It's true. And so when we talk about kids, so what's the age group you're targeting mostly?
So our libraries are in primary schools and public primary schools.
Oh.
So that children between 4 to 15, because now grade 9s are anchored within a primary school. So ages 4 to 15, that's our age group.
You don't work with secondary school kids?
No, we don't do secondary schools.
Why so?
It's the foundation. Again, the foundation of education starts at primary school.
Right.
So ECD and primary schools.
And you've got an amazing event coming up on the 10th of July.
Yes.
The National Read Aloud.
I'm excited.
The goal here is 1 million children reading at the same time. That's ambitious, eh?
Yes. So this one is really exciting for me, because there's a saying that says, if you want to hide anything in a book, or you want to hide anything from an African,
hide it in a book.
Put it in the book.
Yeah.
Okay? We want just to demystify that. And we want to break a world record on 10th of July. So Kenya celebrates a National Reading Day on 12th of July every year. The president declared that. But because 12th of July is going to be on a Sunday, so we have moved it a little bit on 10th. So we're going to do a pre-event. And want to bring every child to participate here, 1 million children to participate, to read from one excerpt at the same time in multiple locations for wildlife coexistence with human beings.
Yeah.
Because we have been having huge conversations about wildlife and how Kenyan's economy is run by wildlife and tourism.
Yeah. That's the theme you said.
Yes.
Human-wildlife coexistence.
Yes. So we want children to get involved in conversations that we think are adults only. And we never involve our children in that. So it's a way of raising their voices and them giving their opinions on what should we do with wildlife, how should we continue supporting wildlife consistent with human beings, because the future of, they are the leaders. We say they are the leaders of tomorrow. They are the leaders of tomorrow. And if we can take care of the wildlife, then they have a space in, their lives are guaranteed. So we are not rallying the children in one place. They are going to be reading from their schools at 8:30 in the morning on 10th of July in their schools. They're going to read simultaneously. So at 8:30, all of us will start, and we will all read from the same excerpt at the same time.
This is amazing, and it's going to be documented.
Yes. Oh, yes. Yeah. We are going to document this because we want to beat a record currently with the U.S.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they hold the world record.
Yes, they hold a world record of such an event.
Yeah.
So we want to do this to break that.
So when you say the world record, you mean in terms of the number of children participating?
Yes.
So how do Kenyan children, because just sisi tunajua ku break the records.
Yes.
For the ones who are excited, they're listening to you. How can they actually be a part of this initiative?
So yes, there are many ways you can. So you can sign up your school.
Yeah.
And this one is open for everybody, whether you are in public primary school or you're in a private school. So all children can participate. So sign up your school, or we are looking for volunteers. So in every school, we want to have a minimum of 2 volunteers.
Yeah.
This can be parents, they can be corporate employees, they can be anybody. So you can also participate and read with the children on that day and join the children in breaking the world record.
Yeah.
You will be part of this historic moment.
100%. I love it.
So you can sign up as a reading ambassador, that's what we are calling them, or a volunteer, or you can sign up your school or your child, and you can get a copy of the book that you're going to be reading. The book we are reading is called The Boy and the Lion. It's a story that is inspired by a boy. When the boy was 5 years old, he walked into the Masai Mara.
Right.
And lost his way home because Masai Mara, there are no roads. And so he lost his way and ended up staying with a lioness for 5 years.
Didn't that actually, not the whole thing of staying with the lion, but I don't know whether you remember some years back, must be like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
There was a boy who also portrayed in one of these parks.
Yes.
And then some Zungu guy is the one who found him.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this one was found by a lioness for 5 days, and the parents were looking for him.
Wow.
And one day, the lioness walked the boy home.
Ah, that's amazing.
And then the boy remembered the road. But for 5 days, the lioness would always sleep next to the boy. So we are reading that book because it shows that wildlife also have a human kind of a touch. Like,
Correct.
we should not always look at them as wild.
Yeah. I agree. That's an awesome idea. And let's talk about the digital age.
Yes.
This very digital generation. These kids are always on their phones. Are they excited about writing and even reading? Yeah, storytelling. Yeah. What's so different compared to our generation?
Okay, today's children are very creative and have so many ideas, and they are lacking. I don't know what they're lacking, but they're looking for spaces for them to share out. So if you just go into a class, for example, in our programming and what we do, and you tell them, we're going to do libraries, and you ask them, what kind of books do you want? Out of 5 children who are going to speak, you'll hear about something about digital. They want to learn. They want to know what is it. They want to find out what is this in them. So they are open to learning, but also that I am finding them to be great storytellers. I stayed for over 10 years before I wrote my first book. Yeah, and just seeing them in a span of 6 months being able to put together their stories has told me that these ones are ready. Are ready for the world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love it. And I hope they can share their own experiences of Kenya.
Yes.
Their own narratives.
Yes.
Because I feel like our narrative is just the same with our parents, CZ millennials.
Yeah.
I want these kids to just come up with a whole different situation.
Yes.
I love it.
And
I love
actually telling the world they want.
Yeah, however, no sugarcoating.
No sugarcoating. Them, they don't have, let me cover this one for tomorrow. No, they just say things the way they are.
What has surprised you the most when you work with some of these kids from far-flung areas? What have you learnt about them? What aha moment did you have?
Kev, I've had very many aha moments, but one that is very, it's on my mind. Actually, I think I got it last week. It's a school that we went again in Kitui. We went in February this year, and those children, bluntly, they couldn't read completely.
How old are they approximately?
12.
That's okay.
12. And we did an assessment for them, and they couldn't actually. I think the other one, maybe that's my aha moment. The best one is where a child could not. They know they are called Joseph, and they can't write their name Joseph.
Yeah.
So you write Jo or S, and that's the end, and that's your name.
Baby, should we just blame our education system or what? Is it the public school system that's just dilapidated? Are the teachers not good enough? What are we saying? Because this is not usual. 12 is a big kid.
Yeah, 12 is a big kid.
Yeah.
12 a 12-year-old kid who has grown up in Nairobi, they know.
Jeez, that's
that one can.
The way even they think.
Yeah, they can. They can even come to the CBD and go back home.
They're independent. Yeah,
they're independent children. So that's what I see, and then just children were not able to read completely.
But that's what I'm asking you. Is it a public school system that's messed up? Maybe.
Yes, I would say yes. Outwardly, I think there's a lot of rote learning. Again, we get to hear CBC is bringing a different aspect of it in the education system. But however, also, as much as we do this, it's still who is genius. There's still a move of who is genius. So if I'm a teacher and this child is passing, when they do math and they pass, and again, the population. So a school in Nairobi, in one class, has 140 children.
That's a lot.
In one class.
That's a lot,
so as a teacher, if I have to mark all this for maths and mark for English and Kiswahili, that's a lot of work. So if this child doesn't get to the pass mark, 50% or 60%, I will only consider with those who pass, and the rest I leave them.
That's
and those
crazy.
are the majority.
Exactly. What? So they usually do that, huh?
Yeah, that's the majority.
What? I know there's no point of me focusing on those ones. You're imekata. Okay, so as we wrap up, a parent listening to you right now and they want to build a reading and writing culture in their kids.
Yes.
Wananza wapi?
I think the first thing is get you as a parent or whoever you are, you need to get interested in reading.
Yeah.
You as a person.
I like that.
It starts there because you can't teach your child something you don't like or you don't enjoy.
100% I agree.
And I know everybody's on their gadgets and they want to read from their gadgets. Again, we have all safeguarding issues around gadgets. But if you can buy your child, start small. Buy them a book and just make a commitment every day before you sleep. For 20 minutes, you read a page with the child. So don't make it a chore at home.
Yeah.
Just start small and then grow that. And just also make sure that the home environment has books so that if the child doesn't do anything else, they have books as toys.
I like how you put it. Yeah, you can always time yourself.
Yes.
20 minutes daily. I feel like some parents always imagine anafa kusoma the whole book.
The whole book at the same time.
Wanaona pia it's boring for them.
Not possible.
15 to 20 minutes, you're good.
Oh, we are career women and fathers. We get home late. So it's too much for you and too much for everybody because we are chasing the economic things. But if you get home and before your child sleeps, you just take a page for a day, that is growing a reading culture. And before you know it, they will be able to read on their own without requiring your support. So, and then just make the environment conducive. I am not perfect anyway, Kev. I'm not saying this because it has worked in my house completely, but it's small things, small steps that we have to do.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
What are some of the plans that you have for this amazing platform of yours, Starter Library, Trust in Kenya?
Yeah.
What are some of the developments you're working on? You know, how can guys support you?
Sure. Oh, so we are working on getting a library in every school. That's our biggest vision. So every public primary school in Kenya, we want to get a library into it. And so there's so many ways that you can get involved in our work. One is spread the word to everybody, and just to know that this organization that is getting a reading catcher back to us. If you are a corporate or an individual with a philanthropy, there are ways of giving, so you can get in touch with us and you can give your time, you can give your resources and your expertise. But most important is that you can volunteer with us. We are always looking for volunteers who can go to the libraries and read with the children in schools.
I love that. Yeah.
Monthly or twice in a month. So if you have time, or if you're an HR out there and you're looking for a way to engage your employees, this is the right organization to work with.
Look at that. I love it.
Yeah.
All right, so final question. There's a kid who's listening to you right now, a young person, a young Kenyan.
Yes.
And they have a dream of becoming an author one day.
Yeah.
What would you tell them?
Their dream is valid.
Yeah.
Their dream is valid, and they should not give up on this, on that aspiration that they have. But yes, there's so many people who are willing to hold them. As I said, I'm an author, and I am a children's author. But at the same time is that I run this organization to support children. So my heart beats for them.
I love it. Thank you so much. And once again, on the 10th of July, there's this thing called the National Read Aloud that's going to be happening across the country. Yeah, once again, tell guys how they can be a part of this.
Okay, so again, the National Read Aloud happening on Friday, 10th July, happening countrywide, so you can nominate your school to be part of it. You can sign up as a reading ambassador. This is a volunteer who can go in and read with the children. You can buy a book for a child. If you are a corporate, you can sponsor or adopt a school.
Contact information?
Yeah, and you can reach me or the organization on our email is info@starterlibrary.org.
Thank you so much.
Info@starterlibrary.org.
Good stuff. Very, very good stuff.